Alright, so it's already kind of going out. So, hello and welcome! This is NerdDragon88 here.
This is Metcalf.
And this is Razor, your friendly neighborhood dwarf who loves to drink people under the table.
Yeah. I was about to try to give a recap because Metcalf wasn't with us last time. Yeah, okay, so... Last time... your friend was actually released from prison. Because... thinking that you're a friend without actually being a friend of the Red Dragon isn't actually a crime?
Basically, my argument worked. She's a little bit slow.
Yeah.
My nickname for her is called Goldfish for a reason.
Yeah. She decided to do more investigating, as I recall. But, so there was a bit more investigating that happened. You guys found out that there was a red dragon attack. It, like, decimated all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And your character showed up for the big important bit at the end. And then, actually, I was going to have you and our guest actually do a scene because I was having him play the role of an NPC for me, because that'd be easier. Which I'll get to. So then you guys, they all kind of met for breakfast and whatnot, and they were trying to decide what to do. It turns out that there was a call to arms across everything, including an open invitation to adventurers from the king himself to
I'd be all over that.
to go and actually help out with this red dragon problem. Oh, I forgot. But also the night before, there was a lot of drinking that happened because a lot of people were depressed and worried that there wasn't going to be a proper tomorrow because red dragon attack. And, I need to move that over. Ah! No! That was weird. Okay. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked onto the wrong screen.
Okay.
Alright, so, now that just that. Okay, so, and John ended up getting into a drinking contest with a Dwarven Barbarian.
Yeah.
Who then had to pay the costs of all the cleanup afterwards because they decided to not limit things to whoever pukes first loses. They decided that whoever passed out first loses.
Yeah.
So that went on for quite a while. There was a lot of rolls there. And John's character did in fact pass out. Or sorry, Razor's character did in fact pass out. But most of everything was used for paying off the cleaning bill, and then also I think Razor was bought a round of drinks by the Barbarian.
Okay.
So there was more drinking and more merriment, and then there was the going off to go speak with the king himself, who is a gold dragon. Straight up gold dragon, sitting on his mighty
Not
throne.
Not even attempting to conceal it. The king of these dwarves is a dragon.
Yeah. Pretty much. And everyone knows it.
Everyone except my guy, apparently, because I didn't know.
Well, I did mention it like 2 or 3 times during that first session.
Okay.
But, yeah, so he's a gold dragon. Big, impressive gold dragon. Hence the screen you'll see as soon as you get onto Roll20.
I see no, okay, yeah, the other one.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, which reminds me that we're going to need to work out some of the moving characters over. Which I can do some of as we're doing this now, actually. Probably a good idea. I think I actually already did you. Except for maybe spells? Yeah, I did
Yes.
do your spells. Or your bio.
Okay.
But I don't think your bio was done before, so... When I forgot
No,
you were
it
in
wasn't.
fact fully healed. Because, oh, I've forgotten, you guys were offered free healing services at the Adventurers Guild.
Yep. Which means I would have been healed up.
Yep. So much for letting you guys lick your wounds.
Yep, free healing at the Adventurers Guild. That means you can't make us lick our wounds without killing the Adventurers Guild first.
Yep. And, oh, here goes one thing that we forgot to update on your sheet, John. The actual level number. From that level up that happened. Okay.
Also, you'll notice the iron balls in my hand are gone, and I have what looks like metal plates wrapped around it.
Yep, he's now got basically metallic bandages wrapped around his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Car. Rar. Rar. So I did that part, I already did that part. Current hit points, 31. Oh, I also made a funny discovery.
Hmm.
Everyone's hit die is a die size, or hit die size is a D8.
Oh, everyone's hit die is a D8. Yeah, we had a discussion about that the first session. How almost everyone's hit points were almost exactly the same.
Yeah, it's because everyone's hit dies were the same, except for the Warlock, who's no longer with us. Due to scheduling issues and parents.
And other things.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on.
Yep. Okay, so... So yeah, there was the going and meeting up with His Royal Majesty. There was the placing of a mark on at least one of your party, which I think kind of spread out to the rest of you a bit.
Okay.
It might have been me because I was up front.
I believe both you and Lavir got it, like, directly on the face.
Yep.
Which is a magical symbol that you can cause to appear or disappear as you choose. To state the, yes, I am here under the king's business, damn it.
And so you said that it might have spread to the rest of us?
There was a lot of magic stuff going on, and I don't remember what, whether or not I was supposed to spread it to the rest of you. I'm sure it's in my notes somewhere.
You probably were supposed to, otherwise if my guy went somewhere, it's like, well, how do I know the king sent you?
Yeah. And I did kind of have your guy be kind of quiet for most of things. Which I know is uncharacteristic, but, you know.
He was having an off day.
An off morning. He was kind of dragged directly out of bed to be taken here. So. Alright. Now, the time for Guest Star Kill! Kel?
Taking a shower, remember?
Oh, damn! I had forgotten. Alright, so when Kel gets back, you can have your little private discussion with him. Because I did have your character speak up at the end of things when everyone else was leaving, saying, "Can I talk to you privately, please?"
Oh, I have the perfect reason why my guy was so quiet. his thoughts were starting to turn to darker topics. Given the fact that this is the first chance the first chance he's had to talk to someone in a position of real power about his issues. His mind, he started dwelling on those issues during the conversation.
Yeah.
And since what he was thinking about had nothing at all to do with what was being talked about, he simply didn't say much.
Yeah, but there is a red dragon.
If anything.
It was reported heading towards the south, but apparently there was later reconnaissance saying that it came from or was headed to another direction, which I'm not remembering off the top of my head. I'm going to review the footage because I can do that. That one. I can go to my own videos. Which is gonna be awkward because I'm gonna be I'm gonna be live streaming some of my own thing, and holy cow, they did it! They redid it.
Yeah.
YouTube updated stuff.
The
UI is now different.
YouTube changed a bunch of stuff.
I don't know if it's a bunch of stuff, but they did finally do a big change to how you access.
Probably worse.
Stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so go here and go yeah. I have a secondary screen, haha! Behold my wondrous prowess. Don't know what that is.
But can they see the extra screen?
I will work nope.
Out
how much that is worth later because
then they can't behold your prowess.
I think it's 1,000 per magic. When we're dealing
You
with
know me,
armor,
I just
so I'm
like
not
being
sure.
difficult.
Oh, no, I'm talking about for magical armor. Specifically. Oh, that's
holy
dumb.
crap, I'm quiet in that.
Oh.
The same common, uncommon, rare. I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, God.
All this is being brought to you guys by my dad, because he's awesome and gave me a mic.
Why do you do this to me?
3rd edition.
Start moving on.
Easier and Pathfinder. It's much easier.
So, apparently I need to turn myself up. And 3rd edition magic items are ridiculous.
Okay.
Oh,
By
yeah,
like
okay.
a lot. There we go. Maybe that way I'll be loud enough. We'll see how that comes out.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
They got rid of that.
Thank God. But you could also use souls to supplement XP costs. So if you were playing an evil campaign, it was excellent.
That also required having the ability to harvest those souls. But...
Wizard.
Okay. And you have to be a decent level before you get that too.
This is true, this is true. So you just have to be a decent level before you can make
And I'm
stuff.
not selling it, nerd, because it doesn't count as armor. I'm wearing that shit, so I don't take my penalty.
Okay. That was a funny moment.
Does it work that way?
There was some selling of gear last time that I'd forgotten about. A lot of selling of gear. There are a lot of selling of gear.
Oh wait, we're healed now, right? Because we took our long rest?
Oh yeah!
Actually, you have to spend... Okay, so from the day before, you get to spend all 3 of those hit dice that you had before.
During a short rest, during a long rest, you regain your hit points.
You regain your hit dice.
Oh. Got it.
Okay, that apparently ended earlier than it was supposed to. Did the end of the episode just not get recorded? Where's that? This one.
You know who knows it, nerd?
And welcome. This is Nerd Dragon 88 here. Joined
Nerd?
by Razor. Yeah.
I said, you know who knows?
Which direction it all ended up being? I think Cal might know. I don't know if John knows.
The Shadow.
Oh, damn it! Of course you went there.
You expected any less?
Yes. I expected you to be a little bit more civil. And kind. And not as punny. Okay, so it's not that video. It's not that
It's
video.
Metcalf. Do I have to say more?
Not really. Okay, so... I apparently don't have the actual end of last episode.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Somehow, the live stream got interrupted during that.
Hmm.
Dumb.
Because they put it all
Oh.
under the same comment.
Well, I got a new Cloak of Awesomeness.
And third edition magic items are
Yeah.
and
Yeah, the cloak I found in the dead bodies is actually armor. And since it's a cloak and doesn't count towards actual armor, I can wear it no problem.
Oh, Nerd, did my guy get that ring identified?
I did not have him get it identified. I should have, but I didn't.
Why is this so much? Why is this so little?
Okay.
What's this?
Yes. Sounds like of it. I don't remember.
You wanted to start for...
Yeah, I did. I did a merchant thing and I got that 20 on it.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah,
Really?
That was a thing.
they got rid of that.
Wow.
Thank God. But you
They're
could also
playing
use
Cross Out
souls
for
to
waiting for the game
supplement
to start,
XP
game to
costs. So
start,
if you're
right?
playing an evil campaign,
Someone
it was
showed up with an
excellent.
eight-legged creature, like a vehicle, and they painted it gold. They dipped their vehicle in gold.
Wizard. Wait, we're healed now, right? Because we took our long rest?
Crap. So, yeah, it looks like the entire encounter with the king is missing. I am so sorry for those who are watching that entire encounter is missing. The second thing is I was originally planning on recording this like between sessions and I didn't. The encounter between you and the Dragon King. But things have been real busy and real awkward and yeah. Just as a short version, people's health is not exactly good and people are going crazy and it's been crazy hot.
People are always going crazy.
And also, I recently got sucked into Warframe.
So the truth comes out.
What, that I like Warframe? I have also been spending a lot of time away from the house. So... And what sucks is at the time that we were recording this, I'm like one item away from being able to get myself a new suit in Warframe, which would be a great opportunity to start, you know, regularly recording from.
I'm working on. I'm producing the Oberon right now.
Yeah, I need a Orokin cell in order to get my Frost. I made all the component parts. I just need that Orokin cell.
Orokin cells are hard to get. It'd be a real pain in the booty to get too, especially when you need like 15 of them.
I just need one.
Yeah, well, I need like 15 just for one item.
Yeah. So. Okay. So. I'd really prefer to have at least another player here.
Any word on Miss Celeste?
No word from her yet. I'm about to give her a text. And we do actually have someone in the chat. Whee!
Hello, Internet.
So. And Raximo said that there was a chance he was going to be able to join us, but he also said there was a chance that he wouldn't be able to join us, so... Our group is sadly dwindling.
Yeah.
Because he's also in the middle of his big move stuff that he's doing. And I just realized that I don't have any drink.
So where's he moving to?
Wyoming. He's moving to Wyoming because it's cheaper and because he wants to live in Wyoming. He did mention that...
He also wants to be with his wife.
Yeah, he did mention to me previously that he wanted to move to Wyoming at some point in the distant future. I guess it wasn't so distant.
Well, like I said, you get two people that are, you know, slightly crazy, get them in the same room, you...
Yeah. And I do apologize about any of the swearing that's been popping up in these videos. Hopefully in future I'll be able to go back into the recordings and do stuff like, I don't know, bleep them? But at the moment I do not have the software or time or personnel to do that. Which reminds me, I still need to get that Patreon set up, which will hopefully be set up soon. So you guys out there can help support us in doing more of this and make sure that we can continue doing more of this. You know, I'd love to be able to do this for you guys as a full-time job.
I wouldn't mind it too, but bills got to be paid, brother.
Yeah. Oh! Something else I don't know if I mentioned to Metcalf before was that we introduced plot points.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me before. I just haven't been spending mine.
Okay.
Nor have I.
Correction. I did spend one to redo a roll, and it got even worse.
John did that. And then he spent another one, and then it got fixed. He finally rolled well.
Yeah.
But you would not believe the number of times where I've introduced plot points and then players are like, I really just want to succeed at this one freaking roll, not even for combat reasons, just for, you know, whatever roleplay reason, because I think it'd be awesome.
Hey, I had 20 platinum on the frickin' table.
Yeah, I know. I'm not just talking about you. I'm also talking about other people as well. Raximo's done this. Crisis Core has done this. Razor's done this. Celestial Outsider has done this.
I haven't.
You've not had much experience with them, admittedly. But they get this, just this one role that they want to just do well at, and then they have to spend, like, 10, 15 plot points on rerolls. Oh, and
so
Lover's
have
done
we
it.
been gaining? Have we been gaining plot points every session?
Not quite. You guys have been gaining plot points every session that you guys have been here.
Okay.
So admittedly, you did not gain any last time.
Let's see here.
But you gained a lot before, so... Apparently.
What?
Apparently you gained quite a few of them before. Because... Denault has more than Orsic.
Okay, I see that I have 8.
Calra has 4.
Probably while I was this...
And Lavir has 7. So you currently have the most. And you weren't even here last time. Yeah, I think Raxmo has been the most happy-go-lucky with them. Considering he's still at 4. Haha! Apparently soon we will have our king! So let's say hi to Kel.
I don't see Kel.
He's probably not in the Discord just yet, but...
And we just lost Met. Yeah.
Why?
For the Horde!
For the Horde!
And I say, Dwarves, stand your ground!
Admittedly, mine is not a voice bit thing that you'll find on some voice board somewhere. Mine is, I practiced it for hours. And hours.
Okay, I'm back.
And hours. And hours. And hours.
Discord decided to mess up and insist on being closed before it would be, totally closed before it would fix itself.
Well, Kel should be back into our voice chat soon. He sent me text chat thing.
Okay.
I don't know what's up with Raxmo or Celeste. I've not gotten word back from anyone. So it might just be you two for tonight.
Okay.
Originally I was kind of dubious about doing just 2 players, but... You know what? Fudge it.
If it's what you got, it's what you got.
Yeah. And it did turn down
Hey, we
other
like the
people.
old days.
Yeah.
What color is the cloak, or have you not decided?
It is a light blue or grayish blue.
Okay. Is it like your typical cloak, or is it a little fancy, or...
It's pretty plain. I mean, it's got a pointed hood on it. Not like a long point hood, just a pointed hood.
So a normal hood. Okay. Well, I'm just asking. I'm a merchant, so I want to make sure I can wear my merchant things.
Yeah, it's a decent, like, all-weather type cloak.
Okay. So it's not one of those peasant ones, per se. It's a little upgraded.
Well, it's the wrong color to be for a peasant.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that too.
There's a reason why most peasants tend to wear brown.
It's cheap, because you can rub your own poop on it.
It's
Or dirt.
Yeah, generally it's some kind of dirt or clay that you use to try to dye it. There's also the fact that white wool is a more recent thing. Hey, for anyone watching this after the fact...
bleaching process.
Yeah, for anyone watching this after the fact, put down in the comments down below when they finally managed to breed white sheep, if you happen to find out.
Because they're totally not white.
Well, it's kind of an off-white, but it's still white. There's also the question of, you know, all the stuff from all the debris. Alright, so Kel's finally back into our voice chat channel. He just needs to unmute himself, and we can at least do this scene.
Generic kingly conversation voice is here!
Oh, God.
I don't know if that's the one that you used last time, but we'll roll with it. So, as we ended last time, as I think I've said like 3 times now,
Trying to introduce Kel twice, I think.
yeah.
Generic kingly voice!
Yeah, at least one of them I was trying to introduce Kel with. There was a conversation with the king where you guys have decided to actually, you know, go and work for him, doing stuff like scouting out what's going on, finding out who the enemy, who's working with the red dragon, and who the enemy might be. And I couldn't remember which direction it was supposed to be coming, or which direction the reports were supposed to be that the dragon was hidden in. But
the king was corrected. He believed it was south, but, you know, he rules from the throne room, so he may not know.
I thought you said it was like in the east or something like that. I apparently did not manage to keep that as a recorded thing, which is very frustrating.
Damnation!
Yeah. The entire kingly encounter from last time is missing.
We are not pleased with this.
We are not pleased at all. It ends with conversations about magic item crafting. This is not the position to be in while recording. Ah!
And what really sucks is I'm poorer than I even came into this town.
Yep. So,
admittedly, I'm more disappointed that we missed the drinking contest of the century.
yeah. Although that might be before the selling of stuff. That might be before the selling of stuff. I'll have to go back and check. However, not Denault. Not Kelra. Orsic.
What you looking for?
Orsic sheet. No, you still have more money than you came into town with.
Yeah, well, the problem is I can't buy any booze to go take to the next town. I can't, you know, buy an upgraded cart, you know. Because my character was so depressed and stupid that he drank away his money.
Depressed and stupid? I thought he was being a dwarf.
Well, that too.
So, Okay. So,
I have been requested for a scene.
What is your request?
No, I have been requested for a scene.
Yes, you have. So, the rest of the party was about ready to leave, then Denault had kind of said, actually, Your Majesty, can I speak with you for a moment? Or something to that effect. Actually, Metcalf, will you give me a better impersonation of your character's speech at that point?
Okay. One moment. Okay, one moment.
Because I think that was like literally the last thing we did.
Okay. Excuse me, Your Majesty, Dragoness King. Can I have a word with you for a moment?
It'd be a terrible monarch if I said no.
Thank you. I have a favor to ask.
Request thine favor.
I was sent out by my people. I'm part of my becoming a druid. I had a vision of a great calamity befalling my city, and so they sent me out with some more with some others. So that way, if our city did not survive the calamity, at least some of us, at least our culture would survive. Our people would live on, and the ones that had been sent out. I got separated from them in a battle. I don't even know which direction I came from. I was hoping if you could help me locate either them or my kingdom. And city. I don't even know what it is anymore. I don't even know if it even exists. I didn't know when the calamity was going to occur, only that it was going to. Nerd, that was what, 10 years ago when we set out?
It should be in your bio notes.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Okay.
And this is the part where I become confused. Does the king in fact know about this or not? That'll dictate how he responds.
To guarantee the people's survival.
Oh, 5 years.
5 years they got attacked by an
and
army.
he's been
Yeah.
And then he's been wandering for the last 6 months. So 5.5 years ago. So I was sent out 5.5 years ago with my comrades. Krogfarn. Farn? Krogfarn. I say my clan city is called Krogfarn.
Takes a deep, kingly moment to think.
Which for a dragon could be very long.
I'll need a moment to remember. For now, tell me more about this vision of yours. I am a dragon after all, and I crave knowledge.
Okay. Well, what I remember of it was that I had a horrible nightmare. My clan banner was in flames. There was a foreign banner hanging in the middle of our great hall. It was clearly the aftermath of some massive battle. I assume someone assaulted our city and conquered it. But I really don't know any more than that. Yeah. It was very vague. I seem to understand that frequently visions tend to be that way.
inconsistent.
oftentimes more confusing than helpful. Oh, Nerd, what would be a good banner to use? Because we never did design the banner.
I was
what
planning.
did you say your name was?
I was planning on designing the banner, and then I kind of forgot to design it.
What did you say your name was again?
I am Donald Cordum.
Say Denault?
Yeah, Donald.
I once knew a human by that name.
Really?
Pleasant enough chap. Didn't live very long.
Nerd, I forget. Dwarves do tend to live significantly longer than humans, right?
Yes.
I say, yeah, they generally don't tend to live too long.
Pleasant
So I
enough.
imagine my life will be but a blink of an eye for you.
Two to 400 years is generally not very much to sneeze at. Actually, I have my book around there somewhere.
Yeah, but when you're talking to a dragon...
Okay.
Now, I believe I do remember your village.
Yes?
It is the one with the large church in the center, no? Dedicated to Moradin?
That would likely
One
describe
moment.
a lot of cities.
He's a dragon. He may not remember that.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of smile. I'm gonna be like, that's a very... That describes a lot of our cities. Let me guess. This city that we're standing in has a church in the middle, huh?
Yeah, actually, it kind of does. Or the
I
large
say
temple,
even-
actually. But
I say, even what this one, I'm sure, once was. Church to Moradin right in the middle. Now it's a temple, of course, but... Yeah.
all right.
And your request is for the king here to assist.
I would like to... I was hoping to either locate... I was hoping to be able to locate the group that I set out with, and I'd like to get word back to my city. I want to find out if they're still okay. If the cataclysm has arrived yet. I haven't had word from them for years.
I'll ask the more knowledgeable members of the cabinet. If anybody arrives from your village or your town, I will know about it, and I will find a page to notify you.
Thank you. Nerd, I'm sure you all can hear Nerd madly typing away in the background.
Some of it is indeed
The
notes.
job of a dungeon master is a nightmarish one at best.
I'm sure in his nightmares, he's with that unknown when you're running for that monster that you don't know what it looks like, and you're too afraid to look back. In the background, you hear pound, 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 pound.
Okay, so I believe this is an accurate description of the.
And the clicking of claws and is the clacking of keys on a keyboard.
There you go. Should be roll 20 now.
Okay. Okay.
I forgot that you weren't on a computer.
I can see it on my tablet though. Okay. I was saying the banner. It has a scarlet background. And it has the outline of a helm. Still the same crimson color as the rest of the banner. But the outline is in black. And it has vertical silver hammers on each side.
Yes, the banner does in fact sound familiar to me.
Okay.
Now you say this group you set out with was escaping this calamity?
There were 500 of us. Yes, we were sent to hope to outrun the calamity, find somewhere else to settle down, hopefully other dwarves to take us in, so that way our clan would survive if our city was destroyed.
Sounds like the work of the Red Dragon that attacked 2 other towns to me.
Yeah?
All of them were stricken with paranoia, hysteria in the streets before the attack.
Okay. Is there any pattern to his attacks, or is he only... is it seemingly random?
Seemingly random for now, but I know for a fact that it is not. I am many things. Old, powerful, but I am not stupid. Neither are they.
Okay. They. Is this a foe that you've been fighting?
We Golds have been enemies of the Reds for as long as anybody can remember, even my kind.
Then if it will benefit my clan as well as your city, I will assist you in your war.
In fact, the very mountain upon which we are, in which we are, anyway, it is... I suspect it is the work of the Red. My squires have come back with news that the crops burn as we speak. That shall be the first place you look. Return with the head of this Red Dragon. I will reward you. Return unsuccessful, and I will be severely, severely disappointed. However, you will remain, and you will get more chances, because the Red need to be stopped.
I'll do it. If I'm not strong enough to deal with this one, I will return to get stronger. Maybe one day I can be a champion for my city. If it is still safe.
I must return to stately matters now, but...
Thank you for your time.
I do wish you success in your journey.
Okay. I say thank you for your time, and then I follow my companions out.
I shall return to the realm of the mute until my voices are necessary again.
Alright. Okay.
On a side note,
The dragon disappears in a puff of smoke.
on a side note, I have a question for Nerd.
Yeah?
With my able to get a discount because I'm a dwarf to start with, that we're in that city and, you know, everything, and being a merchant, and with having the king's symbol, could I get a massive discount on getting a wagon?
I don't know about massive, but you could get a discount.
Would I be able to afford it?
Probably.
Because...
I mean, you have 200 gold.
Brew. I am going to go look for the wagon maker. I look over to Denault and I said, would you like to care to join me?
I say, sure, maybe I can find someone to tell me what this ring is.
I found out what my cape is. I think we'll be able to find whoever... hold on. I think we'll be able to figure out what your ring does. And plus, if we're going to be traveling, we got to make sure that we can carry supplies.
See, I'm trying to remember the ring.
It was... Take a look in here. I don't think you put that stuff on my character sheet.
Did I do a bad?
Yeah, the contents of that chest. Oh wait, yeah, there was a small ring in the bottom of the chest. There was also, yeah, August 17th. I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, if you have all the information, it's, yeah, go ahead and send it to me. Otherwise I was about to have to comb through everything.
There. I copied the text and sent it to you directly.
Okay. So, I don't think that was... Actually, yeah, that was meant to be magical. I'm just not remembering what kind of magical, so if you'll give me a moment, I will pull up my books.
Yeah, and then the books and scrolls I'll also need to figure out what they are.
As I recall, there are mostly notes towards all the other magic stuff that was going on, including a spell book.
Okay.
But since none of you are a wizard...
However, it might be worth it to the wizards.
True, if they were into necromancy and soul stealing.
The temple of Moradin. Know some of what their enemy is up to.
There is that, yeah. So just give me a moment, I'm going to take the headphones off.
Okay. So what have you been up to?
Me?
John? Yeah.
Hiding and trying to fight my depression.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say more if we weren't recording, but I'll just gotta say this. Right now, I'm having a cancer scare.
Okay.
Because there's that word.
I have all three books, I'll be right back. I also have to apparently go use the restroom, so... For anyone who's watching this and wants to take a break from this would be a good time to use the restroom yourselves. Or you can listen to these two. But I'll be back.
Break!
Because they found something last Wednesday, a week ago, and they took it out, and now they're testing, and there's exact words, we gotta test this for cancer.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm dealing with that shit. And then a grandfather who wants me to, be working and shit, and I just don't have the momentum or the mental capacity and healing at the moment to do it.
Okay. But I'll be back down there the end of October. My flight is scheduled for the 28th. October 28th is I'm going to be flying down to San Jose. And I'm probably going to be heading out the 9th or the 10th of November. Yeah. We'll be able to play around on the Forge.
Okay. Yeah, you followed my drift on that one.
Are you kidding? I'm firing up the Forge the day I get there. I'm going to be there at 2 p.m.
You're like,
my mom's gonna be meeting me at the airport, and I'm gonna fire up the Forge the moment I get home. I've been without a Forge for over a year.
You're like, I miss the Forge.
What I always tell people here is that blacksmithing is what led me up here, and now I'm a sad blacksmith. Why? Because I'm a blacksmith without a Forge.
Yeah. So when you're coming, are you moving to Colorado soon or something?
Yes. I'm mailing my stuff out to Colorado. I'm doing that this week. I'm gonna start doing that. And then November 11th I have my CWI exam. And then almost immediately after the exam, I'm going to try to convince my dad to take a day off, swing by Paradise, so I can see some of the people out there before heading out to Colorado. Mostly
Kel. I know enjoy that, and they can beat the shit out of them.
And then after that, we're going to head out to Colorado, and I'll be out in Colorado after that. So.
Well, now I have two reasons why I should go to Colorado.
Oh, trust me. Once I have a job, once a month, I intend to ship all of you out to Colorado to help me brew mead.
Hell, hire me on full time. I'll watch your brewery.
Once I'm able to afford such a thing.
Well, I know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, your first employee should be a dwarf. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah.
That's what friends do.
Mm-hmm. So once I've got the meadery up and once I eventually manage to get the meadery up and running. Oh, and when you're out there, I could possibly also teach you some about welding. Because welding's pretty easy to do once you know how.
Yeah. Well, you know me. I'm not afraid. I mean, you saw how I did. The first time I put my a piece of metal into the forge.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the big old grin on my face.
Because when I start working on getting my meadery up and running, I'm going to build everything myself.
And you want someone to help you.
Yes, a welder's helper would be nice to have.
All right, what was that?
A welder's helper would be nice to have. Someone to help me with getting things prepared and doing some of the tack welds and stuff.
Oh yeah. Hey.
And I'm gonna have. Huh?
I look at it this way: you feed me 3 times a day. I have internet and a place to sleep. And you don't mind me being slight Nazi in the kitchen, I'm your helper.
Yeah. By the time I'm able to get the meadery, start setting up the meadery for monthly brews, I'll probably be able to afford that. Because it's... I'm going to be assembling, I think, 55-gallon conical fermenters out of stainless steel, and I'm going to have to build all those by hand. So, because if I were to buy those, buying a 55-gallon conical fermenter costs almost $1,000 a gallon. So that'd be probably almost probably nearly $50,000 to buy one of those. I know getting a 5-gallon one costs between $3,000 and $5,000. They're insanely expensive. I looked it up before. Maybe it would be $30,000. But I know getting the 5-gallon, then upgrading it to a 15 wound up costing $10,000. I looked at that and I was like, no. I'm going to build it myself when I do it. I just hope that my dad's TIG welder has a... that you can use a foot pedal on it to control the voltage. If not, I'll have to get another one.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. No, for some reason, as soon as I go down, like, as soon as I walk out of my bedroom, my microphone stops working on my headset.
So okay. As I was saying, now I understand why you want a helper, because it's a lot cheaper hiring someone to help you put it together than to pay someone else to buy one.
Yeah, they're insanely expensive. Doing it all myself. Once I start building the conical fermenters, that's going to be the most expensive part of getting it set up, is going to be the fermenters. If I were to start with drums, I could start the whole meadery with $50,000.
Yeah.
But once they start talking about conical fermenters, even in building them myself, it's going to cost probably at least several $100s per fermenter in materials.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and plus, you gotta make sure you find a good water source too.
Yeah, I'm going to buy water initially from one of the places, and there's a couple places in town that out in Grand Junction that filter for bottled water. I'm going to want to take a look at their water and then probably use that.
Yeah, well, it's hard to get fresh mountain water like we do at my house.
Yeah. Do that initially.
My water is better than most bottled water, and it's fresh out of the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, well water usually is better than bottled water. Bottled water, actually, the reason why I was going to want to take a look at their water before I decide to use it is that bottled water actually has looser restrictions than tap water.
Yeah. Well, with my tap water, they hardly do anything to it. You know, they just take some of the calcium out because there's so much calcium. Other than that, they leave it the way it is because there's no lead, there's no, they leave most of the minerals in it because it just makes it taste better. The only thing they add is maybe a little chlorine that purify it and take out some of the calcium, because if you don't, in these mountains, you know how calcium builds up quickly.
Yeah, very heavy water in those hard water, very hard water in those mountains.
But damn, when you take that calcium out, holy shit, it's like people look at you strange. Yeah,
calcium and lime.
Yeah, people look at you strange.
Calcium and lime.
Yeah, well, people look at you strange when you say, "Here, just drink out of the tap." They're like, "Ew!" I'm like, Just do it. I show him the filter, then I show him the top on it. There's no difference. Exactly. Now shut up and enjoy.
They also had fluoride, but that's for tooth stuff. Should I about the extended away?
But yeah, so eventually when I and for the viewers that may and anyone listening that may not know, I am currently brewing a batch of mead. I'm not sure if I told you that yet, John.
Motherfucker, and you didn't invite me.
Like you'd be able to travel 1,700 miles to just do 1 day's worth of stuff. Not even a day. 2 hours worth of stuff. 1,700 miles one way.
Yeah, you're not in paradise anymore.
No. It's not. You can't turn it into a lengthy day trip. It would take 3 days.
I would be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it would take 3 or 4 days just to get here.
I'll be there in a couple of hours. I'm on a nice plane out.
So.
Yes.
You're wanting to know about a ring, and you're wanting to know about a wagon.
Yes.
Wait, where the hell did I put it? I'm missing one of the books.
And on the... does my guy know what the books and scrolls are? Okay. How close are we to the Temple of Moradin?
The temple's basically on the way over to where the carts are, or where all the wagons are.
Okay. I'm gonna. His name is.
Who, me?
Orsic. I'm gonna say, Orsic, mind if we stop by the Temple of Moradin real quick? I have some stuff I might want to try to pawn off on them.
Lead the way.
So I head over toward the temple. And I'm gonna be like, it's not out of the way anyway. It's directly in our path.
Okay. So you'll arrive at the temple. I believe you were here previously, helping people identify who the big honcho was.
Yes, I was here with the thief person before we split up and she got arrested.
Keller, and I believe you're also here with Lavir.
No, it was just Kara.
Yeah, it was just Kara because Kara kept going, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, shiny.
And I just was kind of like hands in pockets. We were here to drop off the one that was possessed or whatever. One of the glowing eye ones.
Yep.
And then we told them about the place down below, but I totally forgot about the book and scrolls.
Okay, so you'll arrive once more into the rather massive hall that I tried finding pictures for before it failed. Apparently it's really hard to find Dwarven Temple Hall images. By the way, if anyone finds good ones, put links down in the comments down below so I can find them. I thought I closed that.
So I'm going to look around, see if I can see if that same person I talked to before is in sight. Otherwise, just someone else of decent rank.
Yeah, he should still be around.
Okay. But the question is he in sight?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to him.
He seems to be blessing some water.
Wait patiently for him to finish.
So, he'll finish his batch and then turn to you and go, "Ah! I assume you hear about that, the kobold.
Yes, and I was wondering how your stuff was going with that circle.
Oh, that thing! It'll be completely disassembled and gone by tonight.
Okay.
No one will even know that it was there in the first place.
Okay. So how's the kobold doing?
We still haven't been able to restore him back to normal. But we've also been force feeding him a bit, so there's that.
Okay. At least he's a living. Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. It's certainly the way to put it.
I say, do you think any of these might help? As I reach into my bag and I pull out the books and scrolls. I kind of forgot about these last time I was here. I'd just been through a major combat and been knocked senseless twice in a row.
I know the sort of thing.
I think no, never mind. That ringing isn't from the battle. I just got out of meeting the king.
Ah, what did you think about him?
I've never spoken to a gold dragon, or really any dragon before, so impressive.
That's the wrong one.
And he quested me with killing the red dragon that's outside the city.
Oh yeah, that whole business. I'm going to be actually leaving here pretty soon to go help with that.
Okay. So what's his reaction when he starts looking through the books and scrolls?
All this is pretty evil stuff. I mean, there are some things here that are a bit more benign, but I mean, like raising dead type stuff. And stripping of souls and such.
Yes. I figured this was all probably tied to that circle and the activity down there.
Hey, we might be able to find something in here of use to help out the little kobold. That way we can send the little scamp back on his way. You know, if he doesn't get himself arrested first.
Adrian, how many of the kobolds that we rescued are still around? Since I wasn't here last time, I don't know.
All the rest were arrested. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
two,
that's right.
Plus the possessed one. Yeah, the others are all still alive as far as you know, but they are in custody.
Okay.
With the Hammer Guard.
That's right. She was arrested trying to get them out.
Yeah.
And then we kind of got waylaid by the king. Before we could finish getting them out, huh?
There was a lot of work towards trying to get them out, but they were like, they straight up attacked dwarves in the mines. We're not going to be releasing these guys.
Okay.
I mean, like, really, they did crimes.
So, and actually, my guy's got that money that I see on his character sheet now, so he's actually got a pretty decent amount of cash, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Probably got more than I do.
You both got 200 gold pieces.
No, I'm saying I don't know how much he had before that.
Not much.
Considering, yeah, I got maybe 10 or like 10 gold, if that, off of the bodies down below.
Yeah, they weren't much good loot down there at all.
So,
but then again, they were all kobolds. And actually, being in the good graces of this temple might be worth more than a monetary reward in the long run.
Yeah.
So I say, see what you can do about the kobold, and try to send him my way once you snap him out of his stupor.
The guild, I take it.
Yes.
All right then.
And maybe we'll see each other on the battlefield.
Aye, maybe we will. All I do is have to say, it does actually feel kind of good to be going into a battle for once.
Yes. Especially if it means I can get strong enough to return to my clan one day.
And I'm just standing behind the Nault. I'm going to talk to the priest after he's done.
So I'm gonna start stepping away and then pause when I notice that Orsic isn't following me, and wait for him to do his thing.
Yeah, and the cleric will start to go back to doing his thing, and then he'll notice that Orsic's there, and he'll stop promoting. Oi, what can I do for you?
I hate to interrupt, my good sir, but I was wondering, since we're all gonna, since my group is also, and I literally let the symbol on my head shine. Since the king has asked us to help him, I was wondering if you had any trinkets of Moradin, or, you know, a symbol that can watch over us as we go forth. To bring us good luck. And I will literally let that scar just... I'm not hiding the scar right now. I'm just letting it be completely shown.
Well, it's more like a tattoo, but yeah.
You know what I mean. I didn't know exactly what it is. All I know is I got this thing there. He did it with his claws, so that's why I figured it was a scar.
Yeah, he just kind of tapped you with a claw, so...
No, his claw's actually a tattoo gun.
Nice. And I'm standing there very respectfully.
I can give you some silver holy symbols if that's what you're interested in. I mean, as long as you don't plan on just, turn around and poning them.
No, what was my training called? What temple again?
Way of the Iron Fist.
I followed the way of the Iron Fist, and we're very honorable. There was no way I would do that.
Ah, I have a cousin 6 times removed on my mother's side who went into the way of the Iron Fist. He's actually stationed a bit way up north. Just a wee way, though. About about a week's travel or so. But oh yeah, I can get you some silver holy symbols.
The light bulb just went onto my guy's head, and he'll step forward again after a moment. And I'll say, I'm sorry, but sorry, I'm switching sheets. Have you heard any news about Krogfarn?
Krogfarn?
The city of Krogfarn. Yes.
I have heard of it. I just haven't heard anything recently. I mean, last bit of news I got was like a year ago. Something about how they were trying to get ready to possibly evacuate and need a place to evacuate to. Without, causing problems and being all expensive and such.
Do you know what caused that?
Something about a vision. Some bloke had a vision of a catastrophe which hasn't happened yet, apparently.
At which point I have a very far away look in my eyes. Not even really looking at him anymore, I'm looking past him.
But yeah, actually no, it wasn't a full year ago, what was it? I think it was actually about 5 months ago we had a bloke coming through here talking about it. And talking about how they were looking for allies. What was his name? Looking at my notes. Notes. Idenkill.
Was that a member of my group?
Idenkill, Gorum. Yeah, Goran. And yes, he was. He was a member of that group that left with you 5.5 years ago and that you haven't seen for 6 months.
Okay, I smile and I say 5 months ago. Do you know which direction he headed? And were there any other people with him?
I think he picked up a few folks here in town, and then he kind of... I think he went to go see the king, and then he possibly went to... I don't know if he ever got to see the king, but he went to go see him. He might have gotten turned away at the gates because, it sounds like crazy talk. Up until, recent events. Like yesterday.
And then I look at... Yeah, and I look him right in the eyes and I say, it was no crazy talk. That was my vision.
But I thought he was going to be headed out south from here. He said something about how he was going to see if he could kneecap a few humans into helping.
Okay. They may not be long for this world, but always good to have on your side in a fight. Do you know if any other dwarves arrived with him?
I don't think so. I think he was all alone. Said something about how he got separated from the rest of his party.
Okay. I'm not the only one that got separated then. Once I'm done assisting the king here, I'll see what I can do about tracking him down south. Thank you.
And I know this thing's off topic, but this is why I was laughing. I'm going to read it. I'm no scientist, but I think I know what's causing these hurricanes. It could be either one or a combination of the following. Trump, vegans, the eclipse, terrorists, Nickelback, climate control, Confederate salutes, and vaping. I'm laughing because the first one is Trump.
What? No Chuck Norris roundhouse kicks?
I know, right? Anyways, back on the subject. So, is there anything magical about these holy symbols?
No, they're just typical silver holy symbols.
Well, I thought I would ask to know how well guarded I have to keep it.
Of course, they do hold the magic. They know that all symbols of Morlindon hold.
And I'll literally take a piece of string and, put it around my neck, and I offer one to Denal.
I take it and I say it. A symbol of your god should always be well guarded.
There is that. But if it was magical, it had to be even more well guarded. Because I'll say this much. If they try to take this symbol from me, they'll get off my cold dead corpse.
If they try to take my holy symbol from me, no, I'm not going to do that here. I look at the priest and I say, "Throw it." I was about to change into a spider.
Not more advised here.
Yeah.
And I'll look over at Denal and I go, and you know what I can do with my fists? You remember that poor little kobold's head?
Oh, does my guy know about the change to the fists?
Yes, he's seen the fact that the fists are different.
But does my guy know about what his healing would do to them?
He doesn't know why, but he was told to not do magical healing.
Okay. And I just kind of look at him and I say, just remember not to punch anything. I'm not allowed to heal you anymore, remember?
For a while. But just remember this. Who saved your butt? Let's go.
And I say to the priest, oh, by the way, if any of the prisoner kobolds start spouting about the eight-legged one that turned them from their evil ways or anything like that, they're talking about me. I kind of intimidated them into worship.
Not on purpose, I'll say that much. It was just a byproduct.
Yeah, I was a spider. I couldn't talk. Thank you for your assistance and your time. And I turn around and I start walking away, probably leaving him slightly confused. So, off to the carts. Or wagons, or whatever it is we're going to get.
Yep.
Oh, and guys, one thing I found out just recently that I think is kind of funny is in the Walmart Family Mobile, the cellular service I'm using.
Yeah.
There's a clause in the terms and conditions that you will not use anything like Wi-Fi hotspot or anything like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't put anything on your device to monitor anything like hotspot usage. So they really have no way to enforce it.
Dumbasses. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. So yes. What happens next?
I believe you guys are headed off to the area where the carts and wagons are being sold.
Yep. This is his dealy deal right at the moment.
and I make sure that everything, my little bow tie is all nice and, in position. I look all, like I'm supposed to. Not a hair out of place.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, that's one of my flaws.
Must be neat und tighty.
When doing business. When I'm fighting, all hands are, off. But when doing business, I have to look my best.
And, Nerd, I'm going to have my eyes open for any stone jewelry crafters. This is a dwarven city, so I imagine they shouldn't be too hard to find.
Most definitely not hard to find.
Because I want to find someone to craft me a stone medallion with a spider. Basically, it'll be a stone medallion with the hammer of Moradin, with the spider in the middle of the head.
Okay.
The reason why is I'm going to give these to the people that decide to worship me. It'll be the holy symbol of the eight-legged one. The eight-legged one is not Lilith, because it is not a metal medallion. It is not red, and the spider is smaller than the hammer of Moradin, showing that the eight-legged one follows Moradin.
I don't want to be struck down by Moradin.
I made certain to make certain. I mean,
when you started saying that, I was like,
I made certain to state that my guy's god would be larger on the hammer and on the medallion than my guy's symbol. After all, my guy isn't a god yet. We don't know if I'll end up being one either.
So you might notice I'd add some stuff to your bio there.
Who?
Let's see.
Matt Gaths. Particularly to Denault. It's right down there at the bottom.
Okay. Expedition crew. Okay. So which one was it that we were... which one was it that we were following? The one that went south? That was going to follow, rather.
That is the fighter there.
Okay.
Enkel Goran.
Goran. Enkel Goran. Okay.
And Goran just happens to be a common last name. The two are not actually related.
Okay. Oh, and the way I will explain this to the other dwarves so they won't think I'm insane is I'll say that I am assembling a militia to fight alongside me. My first transformation was into a spider, so the spider is my symbol.
Okay.
So they'll know when they see the hammer of Moradin with the spider inside it. That means that's my symbol.
Okay, so that's kind of your own personal banner or your militia's banner.
Yeah. I'm calling it a militia for the benefit of the other dwarves.
You're calling it a militia partly because they wouldn't believe you about
I'm not a god yet.
And also partly because if you say that it's a symbol for yourself, they might go, "Oh, look at who's trying to become a noble."
However, a commoner becoming a leader isn't unheard of. A commoner becoming a noble, a little more rare.
Well,
Luckily for me, I'm sort of in that range because of my family.
Well, you're a part of
But
a
then again,
merchant
they also
house.
don't know me.
Yeah, I'm part of a massive merchant house, so it's
it's-
automatically a little bit of respect.
At least in places that, respect your family. I'm sure there's some place out there that's all like, to heck with the steel malls, because we have all our loyalty to this other brand of ale.
Yeah, that's fine.
Brand loyalty.
Yeah, and then I'll come in and say, here, try this. And that's how it all starts. You just want to... So, we're at the cart place.
Yeah, so you guys will be arriving at the cart place, and you are commissioning that work, Donald, which is going to cost you 2 platinum pieces.
Okay, how many am I going to get?
That is to be able to get... Okay, that's in order to be able to get the mold initially made, and then to get at least 1 ring. It's going to cost you a gold per copper ring after that. And the first ring that they're going to produce is going to be made out of silver.
Okay.
And I look over at Donald noticing this, and I said, if you just pay for the mold, I can make the rings for a lot cheaper.
So the 2 platinum was just for the mold?
Was for the
mold, or did that include
and
the initial ring?
That also includes the first ring.
Okay. I tell him I'll do the mold and the first ring for now, and I will come back to them when I decide to have more made.
Yeah, which they don't want to sell off their mold because exclusive deals. Never suspecting that somebody could make a mold off the ring that they just sold you.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So they want to charge me to make the mold so they can keep the mold.
Yes. But that way they can make further rings for you for cheaper.
I say, but what if my next mission takes me away from here and I never come back? What if I'm not able to come back? Then you've got a useless mold sitting around, and I just blew 2 platinum that I can't, for something I can't make any more use of.
Are you really going to try to persuade them to give you the mold after the fact?
And I will assist them.
Okay, that does give you advantage. Your persuasion is not exactly high.
Whose is higher, mine or Orsic?
More likely mine.
All depends on your charisma.
He also took it as
and whether or not it's.
He took it as a class skill. So yeah, he does the proficiency.
Oh,
he
took it as a class skill. Yeah.
Yeah, he has twice the bonus that you do.
Okay. So Orsic pipes up about that, and I'll assist him. Hey, worst that can happen is they can say no.
20 good enough for you?
My chat is apparently not down at the bottom. That will depend entirely on what they roll.
Come on, 1. Come on, 1.
But technically, my character can make the mold too. It's just they can do it quicker.
It'd be easier to just take their mold, because he was talking about convincing them after the fact. So it'd just be much easier to take theirs.
Well, yeah.
As long as you provide the copper, I'll make, and a small little fee towards me. I can do it.
Son of a bitch!
What?
I also gave them advantage on their roll, and it came out the same number both times. Alright, fine. But we're charging you an extra platinum at the end to take the mold away.
I will persuade him to say, what about 50 gold?
Remember, 1 platinum is 10 gold.
Oh yeah, that's right. 5 gold.
No self-respecting dwarf would forget that.
I was having a brain fart with all the shit I have going on in real life. It's understandable. Anyways, 5 gold for the mold.
Roll it without persuasion. Or roll it without advantage.
17.
No. It's already cheaper than what we sell our molds for anyways. There's no need.
Put the extra. Yeah.
I will inspect the mold. Because is it made out of stone, correct?
It's likely going to be made out of plaster.
Well, still, plaster is a form of stone.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to inspect the mold to see if I see any imperfections. Being the jeweler and the stone master, and
Well, being made out of plaster, it is easily damageable.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it'll be exactly as the ring that they'll be producing. So.
Okay.
And this is a professional shop that has to stake their reputation on the products that they deliver.
Well, I know.
Okay. I'll put the other platinum down before we take it, and I'll look over. I'll say thank you. If I'm still in the city when I need to have more made, I will make sure to come back to you.
Thank you.
And then I look over at Orsic and I say, I really wanted to get that because if I do need more made when we're not here, I didn't want to risk you breaking my current ring.
Why would I break it? I'm a merchant. I don't break things. Usually.
There's always the temporary clumsy fingers.
Probably using the same method that they used to make the mold in the first place.
Yeah.
Which would be, lost something casting.
Lost wax.
Yeah.
Actually, normally, if you want to make something like a mold, using sand, what you would do is you take wax, you shape it into what you want it to become, you place that inside a special type of sand, with a small hole going down to it, then you pour the metal into the down into the hole, and then so this mold, either they would pour the metal directly into the mold, or they would pour wax into the mold, and then they would do a lost wax casting with what they take out of the mold.
The method that I'm familiar with, having taken an actual class in this, was you make the wax thing that you want to have your mold of, you cast the plaster around it, you make the holes necessary for pouring stuff and draining stuff, and you pour in all of the metal, which will push out all of the wax.
Yeah. Just another version of Lost Wax. The original Lost Wax casting was done with a specific type of sand.
In my experience, it was all done with plaster, but...
In your class, it was all done with plaster, but originally it was done with sand. The sand is a disposable mold.
Yeah, this was just for making a more permanent version of those molds.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
There's multiple ways to do it.
Yeah. So, more to the point, you guys are going to the merchant to buy a cart or wagon.
Aye. I also would tell my assistants to bring by Betsy and the other cart to see if I can't trade the cart in for to help pay for the wagon. But I don't need a cart anymore. I can get in a wagon.
I don't really want to just go with Sal. I want to have something that's a bit better than that. Hey there, how you doing? This is Ofka Wagons and Carts. How you doing? Good day, isn't it?
Fine.
Great day.
I'm doing fine, my good sir.
You have to buy a cart or a wagon, right?
Yes, I need to get a wagon. And I brought my old cart to help trade in for a new wagon.
Ah, good. Good cat. You know what I'll tell you? I'll pay you 10 gold for that cat. Right here and now. And then you can use that as a down payment on your next wagon. Unless you have enough money to just buy the wagon outright. In which case, good on you! Let's go have a look at the wagons, shall we? This here is a good wagon. Good sturdy wagon. Going for just 25 gold. I mean, sure, it's got a few rusted parts, but what do you care? It's a wagon! There's also this wagon over here. All gold parts!
Excuse me, good sir. It does matter if there's rusty parts or not, because you gotta be reliable and they can't break down on you, and I'm sorry, but that cart looks like it's on its last leg. That wagon looks like it's on its last leg.
We're talking about this good oak stock. Anyways, but we also have this solid gold card over here. Now this beauty will run you around 300 gold pieces. It's not cheap because it's a good cat. It's a good gold cat, which is nice and fancy and shiny, and it will never rust, unlike that other cat. Anyway, this cat over here, it's going for a solid 50 gold pieces, and it comes with nice iron plating on all its sides, with a cloth covering for the top.
I'll look over at Kevin's character and go, give him a look up. This guy never shuts up. And also, I think 20 gold for my cart is actually more reasonable because it is reinforced for the trails in the long haul.
As I recall, you did pay 15 for it, so.
Yes, but it's called persuasion.
However, it has been endurance tested.
You want to try to roll that? I'll tell you right now, you're at disadvantage.
I'll help him.
Well, my disadvantage is still 19.
Except I said I was going to help you, which puts you normal.
Man, sure, that cat's a fine cat, but it's not worth no 20 gold. No, that cat was only worth like 15 brand new, and now it's a used cat. Sure, it's endurance tested, but it's brand new. But it's not a brand new cat, which means there's all kinds of damage and all kinds of other things I might not know about, including worms and weasels and other kinds of things, which we don't need to worry about now, because I'm going to pay you a straight up 10 gold for that cat. Now let's talk about this wagon over here. This wagon over here has a great iron side plating. It's only there for 50 gold.
Hey, sir.
Or you prefer this other wagon over here, which has a steel plating, which is much thinner and lighter. It's also only going for 45 gold.
as he's talking, I take off my sleeves, showing my steel maul tattoo. And I'll look at this guy straight in the face, and I go, the wagon, yeah, 20 is a little steep, but I won't go below 15 for the card, because I am part of, the Steel Maul family, and I'm sorry, we take very good pride in taking care of our carts. If we don't take care of our carts, how should I put this? We don't get our goods to market.
I'll tell you right now, sir, you're not going to be able to get more than... Okay, sorry, I choked myself there. I'm telling you right now, sir, you're not going to get more than 7.5 from anyone else. I'll offer you 10. That's a good deal. If you don't like it, get out of here. Get out of the city. Because you're not going to find a better deal here. Alright, because it's off cars, wagons, and carts.
How about 12 gold? Because I did reinforce it myself.
No deal.
I just kind of smile and I say, aftermarket modifications, selling point.
Did he just hit his head against the desk?
No, I think he closed the refrigerator.
Oh.
No, I closed the leg rest of a chair.
Alright, Donald, roll a persuasion check.
And I'm assisting him.
No, this is 101 for specifically the aftermarket modifications thing.
And see, nerd, I did warn you this shit's gonna happen with me being a merchant.
Yeah?
Oh, 21.
He did get higher.
Damn.
Okay. I will take your 10, but I'll take my reinforced modifications off.
Hey, do that, then I'm going to reduce it down to 7.
And you
those modifications are the reason why it's worth 10.
Okay. You drive a hard bargain, but I'll accept it.
Otherwise, I'm not going to make a profit out of this thing. What are you going to have to sell for 10 as is?
I'll look over my assistant and says, unharness and make sure that we have all our gear out of there. And I turn around and I said, I don't want one of your rust buckets. I don't want necessarily one of your armor-plated ones. I just want a normal, brand new wagon. And I don't want your gold dip wagon either.
Don't want a reinforced wagon? What are you? Some kind of straight? Some kind of stiff?
No.
Some kind of lazy person? Everyone has armored cards. People don't have armored cards. You know who they are? Chumps. And what they don't think you are is a chump. You want a manly cat. A cat that actually says, I know how to take care of myself. Unlike some of these other cats. Like that old rust basket cat that you were talking about. That cat so loses. I was just saying that because I have to try to sell it somehow. What you want is one of these armored cats. Trust me. Heck, I even got a mithril reinforced cat. Now that cat's a good cat. I also got a reinforced mithril wagon. You know what that wagon? It's a good wagon.
I'm gonna say, you know what says that we know how to defend ourselves?
I'm listening.
Having a lion-sided cat. That's how you tell.
Let's see here. Which of those do I have? I change into a bear.
Look at this guy. He's been a bear for 10 nails. He doesn't want you to buy a wagon or a cat. You know why? Because he's a weirdo. You don't want to be a weirdo. You want to be great. You want to be successful. You want to be the best. Well, you came to the right place because I got the best wagons and cats.
That is why I'm here. I know this town very well, and your cards can sometimes also be very, how should I put this? Expensive.
Tell you what, I'll do you a great deal. I'll let you have the steel-sided cat for only 35 gold. I shouldn't do that, but I'll do that. Or, if you want, I'll also let her have... I said that cart wagon. Yeah. If you want, I'll let you have the Ironside wagon. Yeah, you have that wagon with the Ironsides for only 45 gold. How do you like that? I'm getting you 5 gold off.
Not bad. How much for the mithril wagon?
Oh, crap, give me a second.
And is it also meant to go off-road? Because there are literally wagons just meant for the cities, and there's also meant for the backcountry.
Yep. A lot of it has to do with the traction that they have set up. Just like with cars.
Yeah, I'm searching for a truck. In medieval terms. The best way to describe it.
That's the monster manual, not the DMG. I need the DMG. Because only it has the prices for Mithril.
And I also need to make sure it can at least be pulled by at least 2 horses. Or I should say rams. Because the reason I'm going for the Mithril is if it's a decent price, it'll be lighter than the steel and iron cart, which means I can carry more, cargo.
And I'm gonna casually stroll around behind the guy.
He did kind of insult you.
Yes.
And I will casually scratch behind the bear's ear and say, please don't eat him. I'm not done with him yet.
You say this as I'm walking away.
Yes.
Walking around behind him.
Yes, I do.
All right.
What a big old grin on my face.
This Bertha wagon, it's a great wagon. I'll show you why, and I can even show you the fact that it'll go anywhere. You want to point out why that is? Because it'll not only go on your dirt roads and such, it'll also go across the country, up mountains, even across the ice. Look at these new wheels. And he's actually going to walk up to the cart and lift up the cart a little bit with his shoulder, which is kind of impressive for a guy his size, being on the thinner side of dwarves. And he's going to actually spin the wheel, which has little spikes on its treads.
Does I notice that the wagon have shocks and also a shock for the seat?
It does have shocks for its main system. It does not have separate shocks for the seat. But it does have a kind of velvet-covered seat. Tell you what.
Okay.
This wagon normally goes for 500. But you know what? I like you. I'll do you a deal. I even sell it to you for 100 gold pieces. And he'll actually do this kind of thing with his hands, kind of doing the kind of spirit fingers thing, going off to either side, starting from the middle with them cross and have them cross the middle and then go off to the sides.
And now, do I know that's a good deal?
Roll me a mercantile. Wait, why are you not?
There is no mercantile.
He has mercantile.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Where?
It's merchant scales. Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Okay. So, yeah, that is in fact a good deal, considering the fact that you're pretty certain that you could sell all the mithril on this cart for about 100 gold of scrap. Just a scrap mithril.
I said, give me about 5 minutes to check it out, make sure there's nothing wrong with the cart.
Of course, another one. This is a great cat. I'm telling you, it's not a cat. It's even better than a cat. It's a wagon. It's better than a cat. Wonder why? Because it's bigger and better. And it has these treads. Awesome treads. They go across ice. They go across dirt. They go across rocks. They go across everything. I guarantee you, this guy will take you places.
I'll look at him as I'm, checking with a fine comb, and I'll go, did you have too much espresso this morning?
Me? I don't have this stuff. This is how I naturally am. But I tell you what, this wagon, it can be dragged by a single ram, and it'll go us anywhere that your ram can go. Otherwise, I guarantee you 50 gold back.
I say, is that a guarantee we can get? I changed back from the bear, and I say, is that a guarantee we can get in writing?
Of course you can get in writing. I got everything in writing. I got all kinds of writing. You want some writing? I got some writing.
And
if you write as fast as you talk, then you've got enough to fill the castle.
I'll also make sure that my tattoo on my forehead shows, and it says, Also, if you backstab us, I will also have a word with the king.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Since this is for a long half an hour, and then with that damn dragon, the damn dragon is causing me business! I'm gonna kill the dragon, whether I can get out or not. Well, we'll see if I can get out of here, because I don't know! I'll tell you what, although, in order to help you out with this war effort, I'll even give you an extra 5% off of this already a sweet deal!
And I can also hook up 2 rams to this if I wanted to, correct?
Of course you can hook up 2 rams! You can hook up 2 rams, 4 rams, 6 rams, 20 rams! Heck, you can have 20 ram power! Ram and speed!
Ram and speed, oh god. Well, what can I say? Rams tend to have more horsepower than horses. Those humans like to use horses for some reason.
It's because they're flat land areas. See, all these places they live in, they're all flat, with all these plains and swamps and other things. They're all just flat. That's why horses are good at. They're good at flat. Unlike us dwarves, we live in the mountains, all up high, with all these slopes. All these slopes, constant slopes, everywhere. Just slopes, everywhere. Except for you know where there's going to be no slopes for you? In this wagon! In this wagon, you've been level all the time.
I will literally go over every inch of this to make sure it's sound, there's no rust, and see if I can't find any secret compartments on it, and just make sure everything's actually sound.
Roll an investigation check, and mithril does not rust.
Well, I understand that, but sometimes they use like mithril to show, but they might hide other metals in there, and those might rust. So, yeah, that's where I'm coming from. Insight.
God, this guy is tiring to play.
Insight 20.
It was investigation.
Oh, investigation. Whoops! Hold on.
Which I rolled 17.
I got 13, so.
Well, since you're both investigating, I'll give you both the advantage.
So I got 17, he got a 20.
Yeah. So, there's nothing wrong with the cart. I mean, sure, the shocks are a little bit worn, but they're still serviceable and still probably good for a good 5 years or something like that. Possibly 500, or possibly, you know, like 100 years or 50 years or whatever it is. Mithril tends to last a long time.
Yeah.
So 5 years in human years, which is like 50 years in dwarf years.
So, if you're saying it's 100 with another 5% discount, what would that be?
That's 95 gold! I can do that! 95 gold!
I'll also start stroking my beard. Well, noticing that I know I'm being picky, and I'm probably loose on this, but noticing that the shocks are a little worn, what do you say, 90?
What are you crazy? I'm going to give you a good deal! This cart's worth 500 gold! What are you trying to do? Take the shit off my back? If you want the shit off my back, I'll just give it to you! That's a cheaper exchange than me giving you this wagon at 90 gold! As I said before, the wagon's worth 100 in scrap mithril.
I'm playing my character, nerd!
Yeah.
I can't help it! I'm playing my character! Remember, he tries to save all he can because he has goals.
Yep. Okay.
I'll say you have, and with that other 10 that we traded in for the cart, that brings it down to 85. So I literally hand him 85 gold.
Okay. And he will of course have you sign some papers to make everything official.
Oh no, yeah. Also,
he's going to tie you up for at least an hour doing.
Yeah, also I make sure he has that contract saying, if I am not happy about being able to put 2 rams on this and it doesn't work properly, I can get back for 50 gold. I make sure I get that in writing.
Okay, so
what are you doing with my platinum?
I am using part of it to spend some of this. Okay, so that is...
Let's see... There. And so as soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna go to the clan hall, go to my clan hall, go over to my blacksmith, and I'll talk to him.
Oh, and by the way, there was going to be more fast talking of him trying to talk you into doing a payment plan, in which you would have ended up paying him 4 times the amount over the course of 2 years.
Yeah, no, I literally just put the 85 gold right in front of his face.
Well, as you said, you're just pulling out the 95 gold right there. He was going to tie you up with that, but then he doesn't because... Yeah.
Well, and then my guy's next reaction would have been, we're going out to fight the dragon. You honestly want to put someone on a payment plan that's going out to fight a dragon?
Yeah, there's that. Okay. I'm a little lightheaded now.
So I want to go talk to my blacksmith and go talk to the herder that my family normally uses when they need a new, animal to hook up to a wagon.
Okay, so you're going to go to the local establishment to try to find out who you would be in the local area who you could get to do that.
Well, wouldn't I already know because my family normally does that?
Your immediate family does not operate out of the city.
Okay.
Your immediate family operates out of a much smaller city far away.
Gotcha. So they wouldn't, even though that they have a base here, they wouldn't know. Okay, that's the part I wasn't sure about.
Yeah. You'd have to ask the local base about information about the local area.
I do so.
So
the blacksmith. What's up?
And my guy getting the ring identified. Would I be able to do that at the Adventurers Guild or where?
You could ask at the Adventurers Guild. They'll probably direct you to a wizard. And the wizards aren't going to want to do that for cheap. As I recall, they were charging, like, what was it, 100 gold before? No, that's right. They weren't charging 100 gold. That's Diablo that charges 100 gold per item, which is highway robbery.
Though later on, that's a drop in the bucket. Actually, pretty quick. It's a drop in a bucket.
It's a drop in the bucket, unless you're identifying every single magic item that you can possibly pull up from the depths below. Every single magic item.
Yeah, I rarely fell behind anyway. I was rolling to see if I could identify it, and I doubt it with an 8.
Yeah. So you'll take it to a wizard who'll be far more reasonable in his pricing. And it's only an identify spell, which I don't think is that high of level that he's going to be using with it. Do they still have identify? Yeah. They might not still have identify. They might have gotten rid of it. Identify.
The guy said that the priest guy said that some of the other ones were more mundane, so he probably wouldn't have taken all the scrolls, correct?
He would have been taking the scrolls in question, and he'd probably be taking them to a wizard to have them identified himself.
Okay.
And in particular, what he was talking about was, he talked about more benign, which is stuff that was inside the book.
Benign. Oh, okay. So did he take the book or just the scrolls?
He would have taken the scrolls in the book. It's all useful information.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a first level spell.
I think you see what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I need to get my head back a little bit from that fast talking, which I was attempting to do. I don't know how normal sellers managed to keep that up for so long. And I'm sorry to any auctioneers, because I know that they have to do that even longer and even more so. Okay, so they're going to charge you 10 gold for the identifying, because they have to charge you something. And I don't remember what I charged John before. Otherwise I would have charged you that amount.
Okay.
It was something I got deducted off his sheet. So 10 gold or 1 platinum, your choice.
Okay.
Probably 1 platinum because I think I converted all your money into lighter weight monies. Yeah. I had to basically stop by a bank to convert everything. Because you were actually paid in gold pieces. Okay. You should be lucky that you weren't paid in copper pieces.
It'd be like, one moment. We need to go get a cart so we can move all this stuff.
20,000 copper pieces. I think that's right, because it was 200 gold. Yeah.
It's like 20,000 copper pieces. Woohoo! Now, how do I move this crap?
That's only 40 pounds. I just did the math on my screen. So everyone who's watching can see. Where was I? Holy crap, okay. Right, this ring being identified. It is a lesser ring of spell storing. Which
so what does that do then?
Can you actually put that into your sheet, or do I have to do it?
I can do some entry on here.
Okay. So what that does is it holds up to 3 levels of spells. Whether that's 3 level 1s, 1 level 3, or a level 2 and a level 1.
Okay.
There's no point in putting cantrips into it because you can infinitely cast those. And honestly, if somebody put a bunch of cantrips into a ring of spell storing, I'd probably count each one as a half level and then kill the person. And then destroy the ring and then tell them that they're not allowed to do that ever again.
But what if they put 6 uses of prestidigitation in it?
As I said, I would kill them! The player or the character, either one would work. And I actually need to GM roll a die to get a number. Okay, so it has no spells in it at the moment.
Okay.
So what is this ring?
A lesser ring of spell storing.
Ah. Something that would work for him.
Yep. Originally, I was going to have it be a ring of animal friendship, but then I decided against that.
Yeah.
Because the ring of animal friendship is kind of lame.
Okay. What does that do?
Not that we can change it at the moment, but for the sakes of our viewers at home who are enjoying this, where is it? Sorry, ring of animal influence, not friendship. Which allows you to cast animal friendship. Okay, it holds 3 charges. Recharging 1d3 charges each day at dawn. You can spend 1 charge to either to cast one of the 3 things, which is Animal Friendship with a DC 13, Fear with a DC 13, targeting only beasts that have an intelligence of 3 or lower, or Speak with Animals.
Okay.
However, most of those are available to you as a druid.
Okay.
And I think some of them are even level 1. So I figure you can put your own damn spells in there.
So do I have to cast a spell in order to put it in?
Yes. Which means you have to have some preparation. About a day's preparation, to be precise.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could cast into it and then go and cast more spells that same day. But it might be more beneficial to you if you carried over those same spells to the next day when you haven't cast spells, and then have more spells available. The thing is that they are less ambiguous than the spells that you have prepared.
Yeah.
Because they are very specific spells that have to be cast into it.
Anyway, it's about time for me to go to bed.
It is currently 9:30. We've been going since 7, so that's 2.5 hours. Normally we'd be going for about another half hour or so, but...
Well, we can finish up what I need to do with the card anyways. When,
okay.
you know, just... But he can go to sleep.
What else are you wanting to do with the cart?
Well, I was going to talk to my blacksmith and see if, and find out where a herder is.
There'll be some herders outside the city, which have recently been ravaged by a dragon attack.
Okay. So they got no, you know, real good rams left.
They're not going to have any riding rams, that's certainly clear. All the rams that they're going to have are going to be the food kind.
Okay. So the blacksmith...
I mean, the dragon didn't eat all of those.
It didn't. It did kind of a drive-by version of things.
Because the reason why I talked to the blacksmith is to see if we can, like...
Ow, that was loud.
Sorry, that was a plastic bag.
It sounded like something you were trying to shove down their throat or something.
I guess this mic is incredibly sensitive, apparently.
Yeah. But I was going to ask him how much will it be to add shocks for the seat so the seat's a little more comfortable in the ride.
That is a lengthy engineering process.
Oh, you can't just add the springs?
No, it's like a fully mounted system with the seats built into everything.
Not to mention the seat and its supports are made out of mithril, probably too, huh?
Well, they're mithril reinforced, but they're generally like wood with then whatever padding that they could put in. Generally, I think cotton.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly with some springs in that, which would probably be more likely steel with a then velvet cover.
Okay, so it's going to be really expensive, so not going to be worth it.
Yeah, basically that requires removing the entire seat section and rebuilding it.
Gotcha. Okay,
and more than expensive, it'll be a lengthy time process.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not... I thought it was going to be an easy fix. It's not. Okay.
Yeah, these aren't like car seats. These are like built-in benches.
I'm used to cars.